government was committed to build and strengthen ties with Nigerians in the diaspora. Dada made this known in Abuja at the inaugural Diaspora Quarterly Lecture Series organized by the Nigerians in the Diaspora Commission. He said in 2020, records showed that the diaspora home remittances stood at $20 billion and the population of Nigerians in diaspora was 17 million. According to the minister, the diasporans are valued as real catalysts for economic development of the country. After months of delays in passport issuance, Minister of Interior Rauf Aregbesola has announced that the Nigeria Immigration Service was working to ensure that all pending passport applications were processed by May 31st. The Minister of Interior also said beginning June 1st, passports will be issued within 6 weeks, citing the COVID-19 pandemic as a factor in the delay in the country's passport issuance. He also claims that the government had launched an electronic temporary passport to relieve Nigerians of the burden. Aregbesola said this on Saturday during a virtual inaugural quarterly lecture series of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. And here in Edo State, a combined team of security operatives in the state rescued 13 persons from kidnappers' den in Ago axis of Aduawa bypass along Benin-Auchi Expressway in Mode local government area of Edo State. The security team includes men and officers of the Edo State Police Command, local hunters, and members of the Edo State Vigilante Security Network. The 13 persons rescued include 2 separate teams that were kidnapped on Thursday, with one set traveling from Lagos to Akwa Ibom State and the other comprising persons traveling from Lagos to Onitsha, Anambra State. Addressing journalists after the rescue operation, the Edo State Commissioner of Police, Philip Ogbadu, said the command deployed drones and were assisted by hunters and members of the Vigilante Security Network set up by the state government. He reassured that the command will not relent in its quest to rid the state of kidnappers, assuring that they will carry out general combining of the forest. General combing of the forest to identify more of the kidnappers' camps. Ogbadu urged residents in communities along Aoauchi Road to provide relevant information about the activities of kidnappers to the authorities. The rescued victims were taken to Magnus Eweka Police Cottage Hospital for thorough medical examinations before they were being handed over to the state government to assist them proceed to their destinations. Coordinator of the Edo State Community Vigilante Security Network, Yusuf Haruna, said the success of the operation is a testament to what Edo government is doing with the new security architecture in identifying and understanding behaviors of crime and criminality in the state. A student of the Abia State University, Absu Uturu, who was abducted along with some other passengers on the Okigwe-Uturu Road, has regained his freedom. Abia State Governor Kezi Bazu confirmed his release and thanked God, security agents, and management of ABSU for the release of the abducted student and vowed to take justice to kidnappers in the state. Last week, some passengers, including 3 students from the university who were traveling from Okigwe to Uturu in a commercial bus, were kidnapped. 2 of the students escaped, leaving one of them in the den of the kidnappers. No word yet from both the Abia State government and State Police Command about others still in the hands of the kidnappers. Still in Abia State, in a related development, hoodlums have attacked a police divisional headquarters in the state in the southeast region of the country. The attack on the police facility located at the Trademore Estate in Umuahia, the state capital, was carried out at about 9:45 a.m. on Sunday. While no life was lost in the incident, one of the police personnel on duty sustained an injury and has been taken to a hospital for treatment. The police public relations officer in the state, Geoffrey Obonna, confirmed the attack on the station, said the force is investigating and the outcome will be made public. Obonna added that police authorities in the state were making efforts to ascertain the level of damage at the facility and arrest perpetrators. According to him, the hoodlums arrived in 4 vehicles, a Hummer bus and 3 Toyota Sienna van, as well as 2 motorcycles. The command spokesman noted that the attackers set ablaze documents in the offices and destroyed police vehicles and motorcycles, among other valuables. He, however, appealed to residents, especially those in the area, to support the police with useful information that would assist the apprehending of the suspect. Meanwhile, 5 police officers, including the wife of an officer, have been killed by gunmen during an attack on Divisional Police Headquarters, Udoro-Ikpe, in the local government area of the Akwa Ibom State. Although the State Police Command is yet to issue an official statement on the incident, the police public relations officer in the state, Odiko McDon, confirmed this. McDon said facilities, vehicles, and other valuables were also destroyed by gunmen. This fresh attack comes 7 days after some gunmen killed 2 police officers during a similar attack in another local police facility in Akwa Ibom State. The Commissioner of Police, Amergeme Andrew, said the attack was repelled by its men, but unfortunately 2 personnel were killed and a vehicle attached to the division burnt down during the attack. There has been a spate of attacks on security agencies in the southeast and south-south, which has worsened the security challenges in the 2 regions. Elsewhere, the families of the late Tolulokwe Arotile, Nigeria's first female combat helicopter pilot, are seeking quick dispensation of justice in the case investigating the incident which led to the death of their daughter. Arotile died in an accident on July 14, 2020 at the Nigerian Air Force NAF base in Kaduna at the age of 24. Her father, Akitunde Arotile, during an interview in Lokoja, Kogi State Capital on Saturday, said he's yet to heal over the sad incident and he's more disturbed by the prolonged case investigating her death. He added that his wife, mother of the late Tolulokwe, is more disturbed as she daily laments over the delayed case with justice yet to be served 10 months after. Arotile stressed that if only justice can be served as soon as possible, their minds will be put to rest. The NAV had earlier in July 2020 released its preliminary reports on the death of Tolulokwe in a car accident at their base in Kaduna. The force on the report revealed that Arotile was killed by her friend who mistakenly hit her with his vehicle. Coming up in a moment on our business news. Nigeria's VAT rises to 496 billion naira in the first quarter of 2021. Details in a moment.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 600 billion, and the last kobo. Oh yes, we follow the money. It's all about the business and the business of business. The gains and the losses. The bulls and bears. The rise and falls. The risk and the satisfaction of seeing the last kobo rise to millions. On KUFM's Business News, the simple and complex jargons of business just make sense. Get the trending news on the morning market, forecast, investment opportunities, policy changes, and other breakout information on the ever-busy world of business. KU Business News, Monday to Friday on our news dawn, 6:30 to 7 a.m.
Nigeria's value. Nigeria's value-added tax data for the first quarter of 2021 rose to 496.39 billion naira as of the end of first quarter of 2021. The National Bureau of Statistics revealed this in its sectorial distribution of value-added tax report for first quarter of 2021. Part of the report shows that sectorial distribution of value-added tax data for first quarter of 2021 reflected that the sum of 496.39 billion naira was generated as VAT in first quarter of 2021 as against 454.69 billion naira generated in fourth quarter of 2020 and 324.58 billion naira generated in first quarter of 2020, representing 9.17% increase quarter on quarter and 52.93% increase year on year. Inflation rate remains upward trend, hits 18.17% in March, highest since April 2017. Other manufacturing generated the highest amount of VAT with 49.91 billion naira generated, and closely followed by professional services generating 42.50 billion naira. State, ministries and parastatals generating 26.96 billion naira, while mining generated the least and closely followed by pioneering and textile garment industry with 48.36 million naira, 77.01 million naira and 289.41 million naira generated respectively. More Investors are now showing interest in floating airlines in the aviation sector following the increasing level of insecurity on Nigerian roads. It was gathered that about 25 investors had commenced move to acquire air operators certificate from the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. An AOC is an approval granted by the Aviation Authority to an investor or aircraft operator to allow it to use aircraft for commercial purposes. The General Manager, Public Relations Department, NCAA, Sam Adroboye, said about 25 investors were currently showing interest in setting up airlines in Nigeria. He said about 3 had received AOCs and were already flying, stressing that Ibom Air, United Nigeria, and Nigeria Eagle were all new entrants already operating scheduled flights. Adroboye said the AOC is a 5-phased process. And that's it on business. And now in sports, Sunday Dare charges para-athletics team to be worthy ambassadors. Details in a moment. Talking sports, Minister of Youth and Sport Development Sunday Dare has urged Nigeria para-athletics team to Northwell, Switzerland to be worthy ambassadors of the country as they seek to qualify for the 2020 Paralympics taking place in Tokyo later in the year. Dare gave the charge when he bade farewell to the team for the qualifiers on Sunday at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Commending their effort, he said, there is no doubt about their abilities which they have always proved over the years. 10 athletes will be seeking to qualify in the para-athletics event taking place from 11th to 17th May 2021 at Northwell, Switzerland. And in the foreign scene, world number 6 Alexander Zverev came back from a set down to beat Matteo Berrettini and win his second Madrid Open title on Sunday. Alexander was able to convert a set point at 7-6 and the German's double fault at 8-8 allowed his opponent to quickly capitalize, and he scored the set on the next point with a powerful serve out wide. The 24-year-old held serve comfortably throughout the second set and made the most of a loose service game from his opponent at 4-4 to send the match to a third set. The German came through 6-7, 6-4, 6-3 against the Italian world number 10, who had been seeking his maiden ATP Masters title. In the women's singles, Ariana Sabalenka of Belarus defeated world number 1 Ashley Barty 6-love, 3-6, 6-4 to win the title on Saturday. And that's it on Sport News. And as the news, well, before we go, let's take a quick recap of the headlines. On the news this morning, we told you that the federal government is to strengthen ties with diaspora Nigerians. Gunmen attack police station in Akwa Ibom and kill 5 officers. And finally, on News Dawn this morning, father of late NAF pilot Tolulope Aretile seeks justice 10 months after death. Please do remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. Do not forget you can listen to us anywhere in the world, either by visiting our website at www.kufm.net, or you can download our KU mobile app from the Google Play Store. Remember, you can also listen to us on radioguardian.com. For visual purposes, join us live on YouTube at KUFM Nigeria. KUFM's News Dawn was produced by Lebedum Asagwaram. I am God's Love Orlando, saying thanks for listening.